What? Oh, I'm not getting there. Welcome back. Hello? There we go. Welcome back to Young Justice. This is Season 4, Episode 13. Kaerb in Traeh, which break my heart. Obviously, like I said, Zatanna is gonna die. We know. The child is fucking crazy. She's just like flicking these little embers and they're exploding like they're fucking Molotovs. I don't... It's crazy. Anyways, like I said, I just got off the last episode, so if you want to know my thoughts and like where we're at, obviously just watch the last episode, last reaction, and you'll have it. We're just gonna get right into this because it's a little bit longer. It's like 2 minutes longer. It's exciting. Anyways, we'll get into this, see what happens, see where we're left off, because I don't know how long this break is, to be honest. I know this is like the last arc, last episode of the arc, last arc before they take a break, a hiatus, so spring sometime, I'm assuming. I don't know if that's March, I don't know if that's May, I don't know when they're coming back, but we'll see how it ends off and what we have to deal with when we get back. Let's start. Oh, now you want to show up, bitch.
There is work to do. What began with...
Is that the Fortress of Solitude? There was like a tunnel there. That was weird.
If we must.
Great. Everyone
Okay, but also, now that I'm thinking about it,
wherever they keep my new
I'm
cat.
gonna pause. How are they gonna... If she still has the support of the Chaos Lords, even if they technically can somehow get rid of her physical form, what's to stop her from pulling a Clarion right now, where he's in a fucking bus, doing whatever he wants? Like, if she's really that powerful, even if they could defeat her at that power, she could just come back. So, like, they need to somehow get rid of her astral form? I don't know.
Dr. Fate joined the Justice League.
Yeah, he would have been a must for that. Not ISIS. ISIS? Is that really?
If there is tragedy, Savage, you are to blame. Your alliance with Darkseid has evolved Earth into a significant front in the war between order and chaos.
Okay.
I've got it.
Tickle too.
Call her Tico. 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 But that was dumb.
Now that the witch and his
And I want to help you through this. If you let me.
Just say yes. Just say yes. I'm tired of you. Garfield looking. Ooh.
You sure she isn't human? I'm a doctor. I took an oath.
Not even vaguely human. Keep it up.
Wherein if Earth falls, the anti-life equation reigns supreme. Chaos will virtually cease to exist, rendering order moot. For what is order without chaos? It is as light
Damn.
without shadow. If Darkseid
He had his whole speech
will
prepared.
come to pass, the balance will be forever lost.
chaos also agrees. The child will no longer have our support.
Okay.
We shall not withdraw her. Let the scales balance themselves.
Okay.
It will suffice.
At least they stripped her power away. Not the fire rain. Oh my god.
Achilles. I need more power.
Oh shit. Ma'am. Oh. Clocked her ass. Jesus.
On a break? A break you neglected to tell me about?
And ooh.
I came 9,000 kilometers to see you.
I didn't ask you to.
Why not? I've
God.
been calling.
Boy,
and
the world
texting.
is going to
All you
explode.
have to
Get
do
your
is
head
pick
on
up
your
phone
ass.
There's the door, Your Majesty.
Okay, fuck you. That's all I have to say. I was gonna start listing things off, but no. That's all. I don't have the energy for it.
Still, I kind of like it.
I swear to
feel
God.
all
Oh
warm and
no.
fuzzy inside.
I knew it was gonna do that.
Well, it's been fun.
I'm gonna talk about Mary fucking killing everything.
Mary, you did great. He doesn't need another him.
Who's
The
he?
world doesn't need another him.
Of whom do you speak?
Is it the next host for Fate?
Maybe Tracy and myself. Each wears the helmet for a week, before handing it
okay.
off to the next in line.
That's not terrible.
Keeping Faith's
That's not
host
terrible.
fresh and healthy at all times.
And potential.
Okay.
And we have
Nabu.
learned to trust your mentor's judgment.
Okay.
Mary, please try to understand.
Send me home. Fawcett City. Now.
Well, we just made a supervillain. What? I mean,
So it's
she's
all
right.
settled then?
Zatanna's right.
Excuse us a minute.
I'm sorry.
Now what?
I didn't even have a chance to ask if you...
I think you know I'm on board, but I have real questions. You let Mary do what she did, only to penalize her for it after? And Tracy? As I understand it, when you put on the helmet, you effectively become its prisoner. Was this your plan all along? Did you take on protégés with the express purpose of using us to liberate your father?
Okay, so he still ended up with the helmet, which is great. We love that. Yes, sir. Can you fix up that crack, or is that like permanently?
Thus,
Make sure everyone has this number and doesn't hesitate to use it. She can help. I promise.
Sorry.
we have a
I was
town
thinking about
to
Beast Boy
rebuild.
again.
Let us be done with this.
You are right. Help me! Please!
I'm not sure, but I think I saw Connor's spirit. His ghost. And he wasn't at rest. He needs help.
Okay, so it all connects, huh? It all connects, damn it. No, don't do that to me. Oh,
I understand your grief. Are jealous.
Is this Granny?
Of strength and grace. Twice they've denied you power.
this is Granny Goodness's voice. Why is she getting quieter?
You're small. Say it, child.
Oh.
Say the word. You know you want to. Shazam.
Well, I guess it was just adult Shazam talking, not Granny Goodness. I'm not sure how to feel about the ending. That specific after credits scene I'm talking about. Because like, okay, so let's start chronologically, right? Okay, so Vandal goes to talk with the Lords of Order and Chaos. Love that. Very cool. I seriously love the. Like I was just thinking during the episode, I'm like, for as weird and up and down as the show has been, as far as like consistency, as far as like characters, this show has like done so much for Vandal Savage. Like I knew about him because I think I actually saw Justice League Doom before this, before season 1, before I watched season 1 at least. I might have seen him in the comics a little bit, but I started reading comics after I watched Young Justice. Anyways, like, my point is, I vaguely knew about this character, right? But as far as just like impact, I feel like this show really just is his show. As much as it is the original team, it's very much also about him. And this season and last season have really made it apparent with all the flashbacks of how much he has done for this Earth 16, basically. It's just fascinating. Like I said, even now, currently, 2021 version of me, going into 2022, Happy New Year. Like I don't think I've seen Vandal Savage in a lot of comics. I'm trying to think of the last time I actually read him in a comic. I feel like maybe it was during Metal when they were doing all that stuff like the Council of Immortals and shit. But even then, he was just like a minor, like, hey, remember him? Like him and Raish were just kind of like hanging out, and then I think they died. I don't know, something weird happened. Like they were not important. This show makes it clear he is a threat. He is a problem, but he can also be a solution, and that's scary. And so, like, if nothing else, this arc has done that for him. The fact that he can get barter with the Lords of Order and Chaos to come to an agreement and rally under him and like help save the world. I mean, we'd seen that before, obviously, in season 2 and similar stuff with the invasion, you know, and Warworld, stuff like that, and then the Starro monster last season. So like, we've seen him and his power, but it's just crazy like how integral he is. And I feel like DC, either I'm just reading the wrong shit, or like current DC comics just don't know what to do with him, because this is actually really good. With that out of the way, as far as the Zatanna arc goes, really not her arc. Like, she was just a featured player in her own story, which is kind of a sad thing. Like, this episode really complicated it, because like Khaled was kind of addressing her, confronting her about like, is this like really some altruistic thing of like, you know, did you really believe in us, or is it really just a you want to get your dad out of jail situation? Because once he said that, it was like, yeah, this is kind of very much a selfish situation. It's not really like you believe in these people or anything. You're just like, okay, well, you guys are strong enough, you can handle it. Like, if you really believe that, here's my thing. Like, if you really believe that, there are other, you know, there's other magical people. We've seen them. So why wouldn't you include them in the situation too? Now I'm getting confused myself. If it was truly an altruistic thing, she could have gone to other people first, like Blue Devil, like Jason Blood. You know, they have magical powers, like magical strength already. She could have included them in the thing and, you know, gotten to save whatever. Like that. But it feels like a last spur of the moment thing, and I think that's what Phantom Stranger was saying. He's kind of saying it was all because of her one wish, and like we saw the flashback of the first episode where she's like thinking about, ooh, you guys are my strongest disciples or whatever. Anyways, all that stuff. Like I said, Zatanna was really a major player in her own arc, is my point. We didn't really see a lot of growth there, in my opinion. Yeah, it just sullies it, because, like I said, now that we have this idea that maybe she's just doing it just to save her father and not because it's like a good idea or anything, I'm kind of like suspicious of her. But we did see that somehow through the time stream stuff, she saw Superboy, which is cool. Little tease, and it seems that that's gonna be like our focus next time. I don't know how that fits in with like getting the other characters, like I'm saying, like if we have a Nightwing, a Aquaman, and a Rocket arc coming up, I don't really see how they can integrate Superboy in them as well. I could see that with like Nightwing, I think, but Aquaman, I feel like I feel like we need to learn more about what's been happening with Aquaman and with Rocket, because those two have been very much back burner characters, one more than the other. But I feel like we need to like delve into them first before we start trying to bring Superboy back. Yeah, Mary Marvel, interesting, but like I said, I don't really like building that up, because now it feels like, again, it feels like it's like its own thing now. Like we're going into a different plot line all of a sudden, and this still see like wrapping shit up. I like that they're, you know, obviously we can lay threads for some other future stuff, but at the same time, this Dr. Fate shit, Mary Marvel, it feels very much like this is a pressing matter that we have to deal with for the rest of the season, rather than this will come back later. But it's interesting that, like I said, I guess it's not really Mary Marvel, because Mary Marvel in the comics, well, she got delayed, but she was supposed to be Shazam, like the Shazam coming up, and this is not her. She is like, I guess they mentioned that her name was Sergeant. I haven't heard of this character, but from what I'm seeing and hearing, she is like an anti-hero, like a Black Adam kind of character. So that's threatening. What else did I want to talk about? I don't want to talk about it, but I was going to talk about Gar and Perdita. I'm just tired of it. Like I can see now why people are so sick of him. Like I feel like I wasn't so mad at. Oh, okay. I was mad at him just because of the way he was acting. I'm not so mad at the story, because he was actually like, there was a little bit of progress with it. you know, it wasn't good progress, but at least it wasn't just like he's moping and shit. He was actually like angry and like, you know, upset. So there was something there, is what I'm trying to say. Which I'm okay with. You know, I really hope it's just. I hope soon we can deal with it. I know it feels like they're trying to build it for the whole season, but I really they just need to like do something with it already. But I really love that Perdita was there and like saying, you know, it's beard, my way, you know. She gave her all, and good, and you know she left. Good for her. I'm glad that she's not trying to stick around with a toxic relationship. Anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say. Rotating host, dark side. That was interesting. Wasn't the end of that, but like I said, Vandal Savage, great in this show. Love it so much. Anyways, I'm at a loss for words. Superboy's in the time stream somewhere. I know last episode too they showed that the Legion were kind of hanging around, but that was from the cliffhanger of last season, so that's all it was there. Very interested to see where it go. I love that the credits scene as well, with Dinah talking with Zatanna and just the way he breaks down. Like that was great voice acting there. It's also kind of funny that Dinah is like the only therapist that they can have, like, but whatever. And just like the way that the time stream works, because they were sent back 10 years ago, so Dinah this whole time has been talking with them, which is funny. And we just never talk about it because obviously retconning kind of shit, but it's not really retconning because it's the time stream. Ooh. Anyways, interesting end to this arc. Can't wait to see where we go from here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just interested to see how Superboy plays in now, because now that Zatanna knows that he's not, she thinks he's a ghost, but maybe he is actually. I don't know. Anyways, I'm sure that's how we get Wally back. If he's like stuck somewhere, then maybe Wally is also stuck somewhere there. And I'm gonna die on that hill. Thanks for watching.